rather interesting sermon on Friday, Prophet Shepherd Bushiri says the church cannot pray against the COVID-19 pandemic as it is scriptural in the end times.
People are hearing so many things from different sources. Some are being told by Google, some are being told by science, some are being told by different platforms about different things that are really confusing. But what does the Bible say? What is God saying in this season? There are a lot of mixed theories. A lot of mixed theories on COVID-19. A lot of mixed theories right now, and looks like even the church is confused. Now, let me tell you something. In last year, in the beginning of last year, I did mention to you to say, COVID-19 is real and we cannot pray against it. Okay? I said why we can't pray against it? It is because according to the Bible prophecy, it is supposed to happen before rapture.
He said the pandemic will not disappear anytime soon from the face of the earth, but will rather leave a devastating impact.
Now, in 2021, we're going to have a severe global financial crisis. That is going to happen, okay? We're going to start dealing with issues of financial crisis, starting from April, May, June, July, going into those other months. We're going to have a serious financial crisis that will see so many people having different problems that will begin to happen. Now, it's not just a message I'm telling you from the spiritual point of view, okay? Even in the world, some people are aware about what's going to happen, the effects of what's going to happen in terms of the financial crisis.
Since its emergence, the coronavirus pandemic has brought up several conspiracy theories regarding the vaccine, the pandemic, and the so-called mark of the beast.
All of the vaccines that are being manufactured, they contain elements that enable us to recognize the virus. They have no microchips at all. None have microchips. And none of them contain elements that are intended to denature your RNA or your DNA. That's simply not true.
In what he called from the spiritual perspective, Prophet Bushiri said there would be financial crisis that would take place around the beginning of April.
We're going to start dealing with issues of financial crisis, starting from April, May, June, July, going into those other months. What are these economic issues? I know people lose jobs, but not only that, there will be completely no jobs. Most jobs will not be there. Not only that, but money will not be there. What is happening now, it is not a strange thing, all right? It is not a strange thing. We had a world that was dealing with cash, buying and exchange of things, okay? But right now I want you to know that that type of economy in 2021 may not exist anymore.
Speaking during his Friday service, Prophet Bushiri stated that science will mean nothing without divine intervention.
We must know that God has to come in at the end of the day. We know how HIV made the science bow down. They were saying there'll be solutions. They were saying there'll be things, there'll be that, and things will be done in this way, and things will be done in that way. But what happened eventually? Nothing was done what was supposed to be done. And I want to tell you the same thing, that eventually science will come back to say, I think we need some divine intervention here.
He further explained that a financial crisis will be felt as the economy will revert to commodities.
All these things you talk about, US dollar and pounds and your currency in your country, these things in 2021 will begin to dissolve, okay? The economy will go back into the real economy, where the economy in the world will begin to depend on gold, silver, and grain. Now, I want you to take this very seriously because this is important you to know, okay? the economy will take a turn into agriculture, okay, agriculture, more especially into things to do with grain. These are the real economies which God made from the beginning.
For our detailed piece on this subject, watch COVID-19, the Church and Science, coming up on this channel.
All of the vaccines that are being manufactured, they contain elements that enable us to recognize the virus. They have no microchips at all. None have microchips.
Himself, whoever that person, the organizations behind it, they can be sued because they know what is coming after will require the courts to intervene, and they are free. They don't want to be responsible of the outcome.
Didn't hear some unfounded stories like 666 vaccine. Where have you ever had such madness? There's no such a vaccine. People today, people who claim to be Christians, people who claim to be worshipping God, who denounce African medicine, who survive through Western medicine, today want to come and tell us there is 666 vaccine.
Eventually, science will come back to say, I think we need some divine intervention here.